Salutations! My name is Zach Johnson. I'm the Director of Business Development here at Hawke Media, and today we are going live from the Nest. Very excited to welcome Ben, the CMO from Solé Bicycles. Ben, how you doing today, bud?
Good, man. Stoked to be here. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Of course.
So for those of you that don't know about Hawke Media, we are an outsourced CMO. What makes us unique in the digital marketing space is that we deliver all of our services a la carte and month to month, which means we define exactly what we're doing for you, and we don't require a long-term contract in order to deliver and help you achieve your goals. Ben, if you don't mind, for those at home and watching this video, can you kind of give us an elevator pitch as to what Solé Bicycles represents? Tell me about the business, and just feel free to take the floor.
Yeah, of course. I think before we dive into that, I do want to mention to all the listeners out there, all the viewers out there, that at the end of the episode, we will be giving you an exclusive 20% off discount on one of these sweet bicycles. Get a brand new bike for under $300. You're going to be stoked.
20% discount. Stand by.
Anyway, Solé Bicycles, yeah. Founded in 2009 on the college campus of the University of Southern California. Basically, at the time, we were all broke college kids. We needed bikes. Went into the bike shop. We were instantly sold on a Trek, a Specialized, or a Schwinn that had 21 gears, cost upwards of $700, $800, disc brakes, just like bike overkill, you know? Something that we didn't need at all. And we were so perplexed as to A, why it was so expensive for this raw componentry, and B, why they didn't make anything that was just casual. Right. And so we went back to campus, we saw these kids riding around on these, what appeared to be single speed, old school road bikes. We stopped them, we're like, what's this bike about? They said, it's a single speed, we made it ourselves, costs infinitely less, you know? So we're like, okay, cool. How can we take that style of bike, that casual, easy to ride, easy to own and operate, low maintenance, single speed, and make it available to the masses at a price point that everyone can afford? And that's when we kind of built the bike from the ground up, brought 100 of them back to USC, sold them to friends and family, and
I was one of those people, by the way.
One of the first 100 right there,
yeah, buddy.
Man.
Well, that's really cool. So you guys, there was a problem and you came up with a solution, and now you have this amazing business. How is the business going right now? And if you don't mind, you know, at Hawke Media, we're very data driven. We want to have actual data to support why we're spending towards this demo. Can you speak to what is the strongest converter in terms of sales on your e-commerce platform?
Of course, yeah. I think one big portion of Solé, and one thing that we've really focused on over the last 5 years, is the lifestyle and creating content and creating a brand with the bicycle as the center point of that lifestyle. Like, everyone wants to ride down to Bikini and go shopping, and like, we want to show people that, you know, and we want to show them this beautiful imagery of what their life could look like if they own a bike. And where we do that primarily, our number one converter, Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook is great in terms of how granular we can get with the targeting customers that have bought, customers that live in different sections of America, customers that are on our email list, customers that have visited. It's crazy, and the list goes on and on and on, and we can really tailor this beautiful lifestyle imagery, this lifestyle content, this lifestyle messaging to that consumer based on their segment at the exact precise moment.
Got it. And if you know, Facebook being the beast that it is and generating a lot of return on ad spend, what would be the next, you know, converter in terms of sales for Solé Bicycles?
Number two for us is definitely email.
Okay.
We use a service called Klaviyo, and then our website is built on top of a shopping platform called Shopify.
Beautiful.
And Klaviyo and Shopify have a direct integration. So our Klaviyo email provider can read every action a consumer takes on our Shopify web store, whether it's adding something to cart, whether it's viewing a bike, whether they've bought 3 things in the past week, whether they've abandoned their cart 4 times. All of that key crucial information as to where someone is in the funnel can be read through Klaviyo, and an email can be automatically scheduled to hit them with a marketing message that applies to their part of the journey.
Interesting. So email marketing, one of the most important parts of email or of e-commerce strategy. If you don't understand your customer and you don't incentivize them to join your community the first time that they land on your site, you're really expecting them to convert that first time. But what Ben is talking about is sort of understanding your customer, being able to market back to them with, you know, different segmented drips. Would you say that you guys are sending out, how many emails per month would you say you send out?
Oh, I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, every part of the journey is different, and every consumer is different. Right. Some consumers want more informational, want to know the specs, the differences between models, like what's a city cruiser versus a single speed, what's better for my area. other consumers just want to see that big glossy lifestyle, man. They just want to ride off into the Venice Beach sunset.
And you guys have plenty of that. I mean, you just got back from Hawaii where you did, tell us about Hawaii. Tell us about that trip.
Another piece of our business is corporate and wholesale. And so a lot of that business is hotels. So we do custom fleets for hotels where a hotel can buy a fleet for their guests to use. We can brand it in the hotel's branding. We really make a great experience for the guests at the hotel. We opened a hotel in Waikiki called the Surf Jack.
No way.
They took about 10 to 15 of our bikes for the guests to use. So we went out there, we did product knowledge with the staff, so the staff knows how to operate the bikes, how to let the guests ride them, how to change a flat if they ever have an issue. And then we did a launch event. So we took over the pool for the day, brought some of the DJs in our network, really brought that Venice Beach vibe to Waikiki. And it was
so cool.
It was awesome, man.
And it was your first time to Hawaii, right?
First time to Hawaii,
That's how you got to surf,
Got to surf, got to go to the North Shore, check that out.
That's awesome, man.
It was awesome.
So let's talk about the importance of testing brick and mortar. You guys have just opened your second store. You have your flagship in Venice Beach, really the DNA of Solé Bicycles. And now you have a store at USC. Can you explain why you've opened that store and how it's grown the business?
So yeah, the importance of a retail footprint has become more and more important as the years go by. Now there's something called a digitally native vertical brand, which is a brand that starts online and opens a series of branded retail shops throughout the US or throughout whatever geographic location they're located. For example, like the Bonobos Guide shops, the Warby Parker stores, all these brands that were born digitally and expanded outward, because there's a community that only buys through retail. And that community needs to be addressed. So a retail hub for us has been huge in Venice and now huge moving back to USC, kind of the homecoming for us, being able to engage the student demographic with our bikes. I mean, we built the bikes for students in the first place, So this new retail footprint that we've opened at USC is a really exciting opportunity for us and kind of a test case for expanding to other universities moving forward.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on that. That's fantastic. You started the company there and now we have a storefront. That's very exciting. So if you want to check out Solé Bicycles, you can check them out on Main Street in Santa Monica and now their new store at USC.
Or definitely online at solebicycles.com.
More importantly, online. Check
digital
out the bikes.
First, baby.
Yeah, digital first. Now, Ben, kind of speak to me about the importance of collaborations from a social media standpoint. If you have worked with Rag & Bone and a couple of the other collaborations that you've done, what is the importance of kind of cross-promoting from these, separate, not bicycle brands? Can you speak to the importance of collaboration?
Yeah, I think a really, really great example, and this was pretty relevant and only took place in maybe the last year, was we did a collaboration with Wild Fox, which is one of the female-oriented fashion lines, really, really popular. Does well online, boutiques all around LA. I'm not sure if they have boutiques elsewhere, but it's very, very popular. And basically what happened was we introduced our first female-oriented bike, the Dutch Step Through, and we thought, what could be a good collaborative partner to bring in this new female audience on social media, into our retail storefronts, just to the brand in general. And we pinpointed Wild Fox as someone that was really kind of killing it in the space and had a good following that would be like-minded to someone who would buy our product. So we created this completely custom floral print version of our new women's bike and branded it with Wild Fox, had it in all of their storefronts throughout LA, gifted it to huge influencers, and did a huge PR push behind it. And it was just great for attracting a whole new demographic to our site, to the bike, and then to our other new women's line of bikes. So yeah, the collaborative effort was awesome.
Did you see growth on your organic channels, like your Instagram page, your Facebook page? Speak to that, and then also kind of what social channels you're focused on.
Yeah, the growth was exponential, especially with some of the influencers, with people with upwards of 500,000 to 1 million followers, posting the bike on a weekly basis, drove so much traffic to our Instagram. And once people landed there and saw the imagery that we had posted in the past, they were just really enthused and really apt to follow. So we saw really, really immense growth there. And then Wild Fox's promotion throughout Facebook was huge for building our Facebook presence, diverting their audience of primary females to our site and to our Facebook, really helped grow the audience on there.
Very cool. Well, Ben, I want to thank you for joining us today. It's really exciting to learn more about the importance of Facebook in terms of converting sales, email marketing being a very strong converter. influencer marketing, education around the brand, growth on your social media channels. We really covered a lot today, and I just want to reiterate that there's a 20% discount. If you go to Solé Bicycles right now, type in Hawke20 and you'll get 20% off your brand new Solé bicycle. Ben, thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome,
bud.
yeah, thanks a lot.
Cheers, have a great weekend. I'll probably see you on the boardwalk with my new what is the name of this one again?
This is the Flash.
The Flash.
It's a collaborative bike with CLSC, classic streetwear brand out of LA. It's all reflective frame and fork. So when a light hits it at night, it'll totally beam, keeps you safe, looks cool.
And then what about, is this a collaboration as well?
No, that is an original design. That is the world's first ever mass-produced polka dot bike.
Wow.
It's the Midtown collection. We make a city cruiser in a single speed and an all-over polka dot print.
And if you don't mind, just sort of a tear-jerking question, what goes through your mind? For me, it's when I bike to work, it's my zen moment. But what goes through your head when you see somebody riding a Solé and you're just minding your business, but you see somebody on your product? What?
Man, that's like one of the biggest rewards in the game. Like that pure, unadulterated stoke. Like shit-eating grin, ear to ear. Like I'm just so, because I know what it feels like to ride a bike. You know what it feels like to ride a Solé. To go down the boardwalk and to just have that moment of utter peace and silence and just really totally immersed in what you're doing. Like it's so freeing, and it makes me so happy to see someone also enjoying that.
It's amazing. Well, thank you so much, bud.
Yeah.